everyone, and welcome to the daily newspaper analysis, which is brought to you by LawSikho. So today we will discuss the important news updates and legal news for yesterday, that is 23rd of August, and today as well, that is 24th of August. So it will be a cumulative discussion all in all. So we do not have any editorial for both the days, but we have a great chunk of news updates and legal news for the day. So the first on news update today we have is that Nepal opens its first ever human milk bank for premature and at-risk infants. So Nepal's first ever human milk bank was opened recently. Honorable President of Nepal, Mrs. Bidya Devi Bhandari, inaugurated the Amrit Kosh at the Paropkar Maternity and Women's Hospital, which is definitely a very good step in this direction. Secondly, Egypt releases postage stamp celebrating 75th anniversary of diplomatic ties with India. So, in a very unique move, Egypt Post released a commemorative postage stamp to celebrate 75 years of diplomatic relations between Egypt and India that were established with Egypt's recognition of the independence of India on 18th August 1947, just 3 days after India's independence. And this definitely embarks upon the great diplomatic ties that both the countries share. Thirdly, Indian all-rounder Sridharan Sriram is now appointed as Bangladesh's coach. So Bangladesh Cricket Board has appointed former Indian all-rounder Sridharan Sriram, as you can see in the picture, as the coach of the national team for both the upcoming Asia Cup in the UAE, that is United Arab Emirates, and the T20 World Cup in Australia. Fourthly, Bill Gates Foundation named Ashish Dhawan to its board of trustees. So the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation added 2 members to its board of trustees, Dr. Helene D. Gale, the president of Spelman College, and Ashish Dhawan, founder of the Convergence Foundation, which is definitely a proud moment for India. Fifthly, Punjab and Haryana agree to name Chandigarh Airport after Shahid Bhagat Singh. So the Punjab and Haryana governments have agreed to name the Chandigarh International Airport in Mohali after Shahid Bhagat Singh. The decision was taken during a meeting between Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann and Haryana Deputy Chief Minister Dushyant Chautala. Sixthly, India's first indigenously developed hydrogen fuel cell bus. Now, as we know, keeping the global warming in mind, the hydrogen, fuel is, or the green hydrogen, basically, or hydrogen fuel is being taken under consideration. So, in the very similar line, the first hydrogen fuel cell bus has been launched. So, Union Minister of State, Science and Technology, Jitendra Singh, launched India's first indigenously developed hydrogen fuel cell bus developed by KPIT CSIR in Pune. So, at the event, Jitendra Singh called green hydrogen as an excellent clean energy vector that enables deep decarbonization to difficult to abate emissions from the refining industry, fertilizer industry, steel industry, as well as cement industry. And definitely this is way too less polluting when we talk about the other fossil fuels as a matter of burning the fuels for energy. Seventhly, International Day for Victims of Acts of Violence based on Religion or Belief. So the General Assembly of the United Nations in its resolution has designated 22nd August as the International Day for commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief, recognizing the importance of providing victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief and members of their families with appropriate support and assistance in accordance with applicable law. Eighthly, Rajiv Gandhi Center for Advanced Technologies has been inaugurated. So Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot on Saturday inaugurated Rajiv Gandhi Center for Advanced Technologies in Jaipur, which will offer courses in emerging technologies and 3 incubation centers in Kota, Bikaner and Churu. Last for the day, today's news update, we have Aravind's ground gecko, which is a new bent-toed gecko species. It almost looks like a lizard, as you can see in this picture. So the species has been given the common name Aravind's ground gecko after a noted malacologist N.A. Aravind. So a group of researchers has discovered a new species of bent-toed gecko from Agastya Malai Hills in the Western Ghats. And we know that the Western Ghats, when it comes to India, are one of the biodiversity hotspots as well, where a great a chunk of flora and fauna are found. Let's see what do we have for legal updates today. Firstly, the Supreme Court directs status quo on OBC reservations in Maharashtra local polls. So the Supreme Court has directed status quo to be maintained in the matter of pertaining to OBC reservations in Maharashtra local elections. This means that the OBC quota cannot be implemented for the time being in the 367 local bodies where the election process has already been notified. This was held in the case of Rahul Ramesh Wagh versus State of Maharashtra and others. Secondly, municipalities cannot engage manual scavengers through private contractors, commissioners to be held responsible if something like this is done. This has been held by the Madras High Court. So, while hearing a petition seeking to put an end to the practice of manual scavenging, the Madras High Court held that if any municipality was seen to engage in the practice of manual scavenging, the commissioner would be held responsible for the same, even if they are kept through private contractors. This was held in the case of Safai Karamchari Andolan versus Union of India and others. Thirdly, the Supreme Court declares that Section 3, Clause 2 of Benami Transactions Prohibition Act as unconstitutional. So, 2016 Amendment Act to have only prospective effect. So, the Supreme Court declared that Section 3, Clause 2 of the Benami Transactions Prohibition Act of 1988 is unconstitutional and it is being done on the ground of being manifestly arbitrary. This was held in the case of Union of India versus Messrs. Ganapati Delcom. So this was all for today. We hope you liked this session. If you did, you may give it a thumbs up. Also, you may download today's PDF from our Telegram channel. The link to the channel is there in the description box below, or you can also scan this QR code on your screens right now. Thank you.